Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
Welcome to Jenna Steele Stadium here in Preston as we gather for the Round 8 clash in the Senol NPLW Victoria Friday night under lights. Preston Lions versus Avondale. It's going to be a tough one this evening for the home side. They haven't been with a win since the start of the season. They're looking to start a run of games where they can win at home and then follow up away. 4 changes to the Preston lineup this evening as coach Adam Colleg goes to the bench this evening to mix it up after having to make the forced change of Ellie Talevsky with the red card last week. We see Natalie Olsen, Georgia Henderson out of the matchday squad altogether with Alana Filipovic, Eva Harrington, Isabella Trubiano and Erica Ditella all starting this evening. Just the one change for Avondale coach Derek Donnelly has gone with one change with Gulkan Janitsaris as we observe a minute's silence. The team lineups for today: Charlotte Harrison in goals, Klajic, Filipovic, Harrington, Trubiano, Massey, O'Looney, Yamada, Percy, Edwards, and Ditella for Preston. For Avondale, with Brooke Bennett in goals, Asia Claridge, Trainer, Barriero, Accardo, Kellen Knight, Sloan Young, Sydney Allen, Miyata, Lazarevska, and Wilkinson. Lazarevska, the change in that lineup for the swap of Janitsaris. As we see the two captains this evening, Valentine Percy and Isabella Accardo, in the absence of Gulkin Janitsaris. The teams will go to their huddle. We have Preston in their home jersey in all red and Avondale in their away kit in all white. Natalie Olsen missing tonight on the Preston Lions team sheet. The speedy striker has been unable to put all that hard work into the back of the net, whereas the likes of Valentine Percy and Holly Massey have been partnering well up front, but also can't find the net. In the games that they have scored, they still seem to be on the end of a loss. Nowry losing 4-3 the other week. They'll be looking to keep a clean sheet this evening to get their season underway. Welcome to this round 8 matchup here at Janice Steele Stadium. I'm your host for this evening, Melissa Barbieri. We'll be looking for a great battle on our hands as we get this game underway. Valentine Percy with the kickoff for Preston Lions. She's joined by Holly Massey in the centre circle. She'll carry all the way back to Olivia Edwards to get them started. This evening, Preston Lions going from the right to your left as you're watching the screen this evening, and Avondale in the white going from left to right. Edwards with the direct switch forward, ball bouncing into the centre. Holly Massey and Yamada going at it for Avondale. The ball forward from Yamada into space, but no one to pick it up for Avondale. Preston will look to go forward. Yamada for Preston. Into Miyata for Avondale. Kellen Knight on the ball now for Avondale as they go all the way back to Isabella Accardo, formerly from Bulleen Lions. On the score sheet last week, Isabella Accardo driving forward. Avondale on the right-hand side, but it's a through ball. Can't quite make the mark. With Georgia Trainer playing the ball up into Hannah Wilkinson, but can't quite control. Edwards blocked by Kellen Knight. Wilkinson outside the 18 now, driving forward, but cut out by Harrington. Harrington's first start in a while, should be looking to get the cobwebs out in this opening 10 minutes. A lot of changes into this Preston lineup tonight. Trying to find a blend of the right type of characters on the field to get the job done. Ball bouncing, ricochets, hard to control for Klajic for Preston in the midfield. And a ball will be going out for a throw-in. Barriero to take in the left back position. She's high up the field though. Looking to take the throw in into Wilkinson. She'll control, turn inside, lays it back. Accardo battling it out. Holly Massey goes to ground, but it coughs out to Allen. Allen plays it forward to Young. Sloan Young on the turn, low, driven hard into the corner of Horison's goal, but it just glances past that left post. for Harrison to take the goal kick. She'll go long, trying to find the head of Massey. Massey flicks it on, but Miata is there to clip it out for Avondale. Harrington goes all the way back to her Harrison. She'll look to find a teammate, but it's cut out by Sloane Young. Driving into the box now, Sloane Young on the left foot. Her Harrison gets a hand to it, just takes it out of the way of the oncoming Wilkinson. She had to make a save. It was going across the 6-yard box. And Wilkinson was there to tap it home. But the touch just large enough. Avondale take it quickly here. Sydney Allen, corner of the box. She looks to strike. Wilkinson at the back post. Well defended by Preston. They'll clear the ball, clear the danger, but only as far as Asuka Miata. But Holly Massey doing some great work in defence. She picks up the ball, gives it forward. Miata dragged back some high intensity from this Preston lineup. Isabella Trubiano trying to give as much pressure to Miata as possible. Preston understanding the quality that they have against them this evening, so they're looking to up the pressure as much as possible. Kellen Knight into the midfield for Avondale. Percy on the bounce, tries to get it forward, but Ocado is there to cut it out for Avondale. Avondale will start again through Brooke Bennett. Brooke Bennett out to Barriero. Barriero forward to Wilkinson. The ball bounces in the path, but Yamada read it well. Kellen Knight using the space on the right-hand side to Sloane Young. Harrington now on the left-hand side for Preston. Harrington with the throw. Massey to control. Pinched by Kellen Knight. Sloane Young drifts inside onto the left foot. Gets it to Wilson. Wilkinson out to Barriero. Barriero clips it in. Ball bouncing. Advancing. Her Harrison cuts between two players to pick it up. Avondale knocking at the door relentlessly in this opening 10 minutes. They've had most of the possession here, Avondale, but Preston will look to gather themselves and try and attack. Klajic gets the ball wide, plays it through the centre. Percy through ball, just too far in front of the run of O'Looney. O'Looney giving chase now out on the right-hand side. Trainer for Avondale. Sydney Allen looks to turn, but she's got no one advanced of her. So Filipovic will get it for Preston. Drop it into the midfield for Klajic. Filipovic finds the feet of Massey. Massey, the outside of the foot for the run of Trubiano. Well cut out in the back line there by Asia Claridge for Avondale. It'll be a Preston Lions throw. Lions throw. Eva Harrington back to Massey. Massey well defended by Trainer. Ball goes into Filipovic for Preston. Ball into the box. Forcing the play really from Filipovic for Preston. Ricardo into Miata. back. Lovely work from Avondale centre back Accardo. 1-2 through the middle of the field and then switches it out to the overlapping Barriero, who gets the forward ball. But great defending by Olivia Edwards. Lazarevska had that one, but Edwards caught up. Ball out wide to Sloan. Sloan Young cuts inside. Well read by Percy. Percy trying to keep possession. Goes back to Massey. Back out to Percy. These two linking up well for Preston Lions, but can they do it further forward in that front third? They're picking up possession in this midfield. Percy will look to go long, cut out by Accardo. Accardo defending well for Avondale. Both of these teams at opposite ends of the goal difference, with Preston Lions at -10, where Avondale is +10 as they go forward. Lazarevska on the left-hand side, just glancing past behind Wilkinson, and it'll be cleared for danger over the touchline. Barriero into Allen. Combinations out in the wide as Barriero forces it through the centre. Probably the size of the pitch, just something that Avondale have to get used to quite quickly. The distance of their passes not quite making the mark. Claridge out to Barriero. Miata. Sloan Young and Wilkinson in the run for the Golden Boot, especially for this team, with 8 goals and 6 goals between them. Bennett goes long, direct to Wilkinson. She'll control. Back to Lazarevska. Cut out by Massey through the centre. She's got her head up. She's looking at goal. She's looking for runs. She can't quite get it to Percy. Allen giving chase into the back line of Preston. Wilkinson will join the race. Yamada turns out. Caught by Sloan Young. The high press from Avondale working well in that instance. Harrison will go long. It's a short clearance only to Allen. Massey controlled by Kellen Knight. She'll go out to Young. Young just has one player to beat, but well defended by Harrington. Harrison gives short to Edwards. She'll go long. O'Looney trying to give chase of that long pass, but just not up to the challenge. Once again, Lazarevska lines up a strike. Massey trying to gather the bouncing ball. It's a difficult one for Preston Lions. They're trying to get a foot on it, trying to get some meaningful possession going forward. Klajich plays the ball into the space for O'Looney. O'Looney has the numbers in the box. Back post, Massey. No clearance by Miata. That's the opportunity that Preston Lions were begging for in this opening 10 minutes. It's the closest either team has come to a goal. They'll be disappointed not to make the most of that. They surely won't get many chances like that to go betting, especially through that 6-yard box. They had players lining up. Tribbiano was there in that 6-yard box as Massey drives forward. She looks to play the ball into Tribbiano again. It's a promising sign for Preston Lions if they can just halt this counter-attack by Avondale. The high line from Preston will see Sydney Allen drift offside. Super work there by Preston Lions. They had the numbers in the box. They just needed to finish it. Bennett was able to get a hand to it. Just take it out of the path of Massey drifting in at the back post. Edwards to take. She'll go long. O'Looney. Percy and Massey working together tight in that central area, trying to pick up possession. No foul called. Miata will drift forward. She'll find Allen. Allen can find Wilkinson, but Wilkinson was worried about drifting offside, so she held her run. Yamada for Preston. Into Massey. Back to Yamada. O'Looney holding up play for Preston. The overlapping run by Harrington. She can only see white shirts though in the center of the box. Cleared by Accardo. Preston will be able to start again here. A little bit better possession here for Preston Lions as Harrington gets on the ball. She sees the run of O'Looney. O'Looney gets there first. Couldn't quite get a meaningful, powerful shot. Easy for Bennett to control. Bennett forward. Sloane Young tries to head it, but Massey is able to collect for Preston. A little bit of composure now shown by Preston Lions as they go all the way back to Harrison into Edwards. If they can just draw out the Avondale defenders, that they force the ball over the sideline. Barriero to throw. Lazarevska drops it back into Wilkinson. She can face forward. She'll look to switch now. Trainer. Forward to Young. Young turns. Drifts inside. Ball played to Allen. Allen can get there before it goes out. Over the bar. Poke post to Miata. Miata into the 6 yard, but she had Wilkinson at the back post, but couldn't quite get it to her, and Harrison cuts it out at the front post. Klajich looks forward. Percy can't control though. Barriero at to Lazarevska, turns inside. Miata. Wilkinson picks back up possession for Avondale. Barriero goes long early. Harrington reads the play for Preston. Massey, she has time and space to drive forward, but she opts for the early long pass. But she does have the time and space through that center of the park. She could just attract more attention away from her teammates. She could probably dish up a meaningful ball through the center. As Wilkinson gets the ball forward to Young this time. She loves the cuts inside on the left foot. Harrison bats it away at the back post. And it stays in for a long while before drifting out for a corner. Second of the match for Avondale. A short corner routine in the first corner. Didn't quite come out with anything fruitful, so Sydney Allen will go direct this time. Not quite making the distance, but the ball will drift out to Barriero. Preston gets their line up nice and quickly, which squeezes the Avondale attackers back. And they have the numbers here. Preston, Massey drops past one player. Good clearance by Trainer, though, to clear the danger for Avondale. Avondale will look to squeeze here. Preston deep into their defensive third. Elise Callan Knight cutting it out for Avondale. Puts the ball into the box. Young turns. Cuts it back. Well defended by Yamada. And this is where Preston are going to be tough, but well cleared. Claridge gets it into Accardo. Out to Barriero. Wilkinson, nice hold-up play by the former football Fern. Lazarevska, front post, and glancing past that front post, it'll be a corner with the save going down to Horison. Late run for short. Callan Knight on the left foot. Into the box. Back post. Ball bouncing. And the clearance from Preston Lions needed to be done. It was white shirts all around. Just waiting to poke that one home. This time on the left-hand side. Callan Knight scored from the corner in their 5-1 win against Bentley Greens at Avenger Park. They've had the week off over the Easter weekend. A few catch-up rounds were played midweek. Callan Knight. Front post cleared by Percy. Trainer with the throw in for Avondale. Into Young. Young has two players for company. She drives into the box. She loses her footing though, and the clearance will come from Yamada only as far as Miyata. Callan Knight with the flick. Miyata controls. Massey doing her best to try and keep Miyata under wraps. Some friendly fire. Good competition from those two midfielders. They know each other well after Massey's season with Boleyn and Miyata from Heidelberg. Trainer cleared. Percy. O'Leary. O'Looney drives inside. She's got Massey out wide. She cuts back onto her left foot, gets the ball to Klajic. Klajic, ball through the centre. Percy trying to control. She'll give chase. Accardo stands up well for Avondale. Just past the midway point here at Jenna Steele Stadium. Still 0-0. And very much in the possession of Avondale, but Preston Lions have had the best chance of the half go begging. In the latter stages, just recently though, Avondale starting to get some balls into that 6-yard box. has forced a couple of saves from her Horizon. So it's anyone's game still at Jenna Steele Stadium, as there'll be a free kick for Preston. Referee just asking for the ball to be placed closer to the line. Holly Massey to take. In swinger, Massey drives into the box, front post runs, cleared by Trainer. The ball out to Massey. She'll drive. Great tackle though by Sloane Young. Massey with the long throw. Back to Harrington. Harrington into the box. Percy able to get there ahead of Miata. Massey into the box now, onto the left foot, back post. Once again for Preston, it goes begging through that 6-yard box. Just not with the numbers in the right areas to put it away. Yamada takes it off the foot of Massey. Clage inside, the ball in. It ricochets off the crossbar, bounces down to Yamada, and she can't control to tap it home. Bennett had it covered, but it ricocheted off the crossbar. Massey doing immense amount of work there. Preston will be fuming that they haven't put that into the back of the net. 2 gilt-edged chances with an open net. Lazarevska into Sydney Allen, but too much on it. Has it drift forward to her Harrison. Yamada. Out to Harrington. Picked up by Sloane Young. Massey into Percy. She'll go back out to Massey. Back into Percy. It's very much the Percy-Massey show here for Preston Lions. Percy will get a corner after that hard work. Probably their best bet, Preston Lions, trying to get close to each other, play some interchanging football, combination play to try and draw out those Avondale players before getting things into the box, but they're doing those hard yards and getting the ball into the 6-yard box, but no fruit for all their labour. They'll be hoping that this corner routine will set them up. Clage, long ball in, back post run. Tribriano was at the back post for Preston Lions, but it came off an Avondale head, so it will go out for another corner. Massey this time to take.
On transition, make sure they're working, okay?
Massey from England, formerly of Bulleen Lions, whips it in with the left foot. Front post, but can't quite get it to O'Looney at the front post. She does get a foot to it, but it goes out for a goal kick. Bennett, long. Wilkinson to control, but she's got red shirts all around her. Klajich goes out to Edwards. To Yamada. Edwards. Forward to Massey, who's out on the right wing. O'Looney, Ricardo, winning out in that battle. She'll go back to Bennett. Bennett to clear for Avondale. Harrington. Young was able to pick it off Filipovic through that centre. Kellen Knight can see the run of Wilkinson. Wilkinson just with the glancing header gets it down to Allen. Allen driving into Young. Young can turn. She sees the goal. Clearance by Yamada. Percy. Percy still has it for Preston. Just forcing the play, but O'Looney's there for Preston. Picked up a foul though, O'Looney. Usually a substitute, O'Looney. Started last week. Should be looking to get more minutes into the legs. Cardo with the quick throw for Avondale. Callan Knight, who's drifted into centre-back position for the moment. She'll get it out to Trainer. Trainer. Out to Young. Foul on Holly Massey. Callan Knight with the switch out to Barriero. Barriero can look forward. Well read by Edwards though, but it ball's bounced straight to Sydney Allen in the centre of the midfield. Trainer goes forward. Tries to go more direct. Detella for Preston, just seeing it out for a goal kick. Preston. Filipovic in the middle. Engages the defenders, Filipovic, but can't quite get it to the strikers. Barriero looking to play lots of time and space on this field at Genesis Steel Stadium for the Senol NPLW here in Victoria. The long ball into Wilkinson. She's into the box. She has just Yamada to beat, but couldn't quite get around the Japanese defender. Great ball by Trainer. Found the run of Wilkinson. Percy. Drifting across the midfield, finds Massey. Percy goes out wide, but cut out by Barriero. Filipovic for Preston. She's trying to find a forward pass. She sees O'Looney, turns, goes into the 18-yard box, but this time with the right foot, covered at the front post by Bennett. Cleared to Kellen Knight. Kellen Knight to Bennett. Didn't quite see the striker lurking at the 18-yard box, Kellen Knight, so Bennett had to hot foot it and clear the danger. Picked up by Sloane Young for Avondale. She's got time and space, just waiting to engage a defender. Wilkinson this time on the turn, top corner, nearly just glancing past that upright. Wilkinson saw the goal open up. The great defensive work by Sloane Young. Ball will be stopped here for a moment as player is down. Fortunately for looks like maybe a head knock to Trubiano. She'll be looked at. So again, been an entertaining game from both teams this evening. Avondale peppering the Preston Lions goal, but not really troubling Charlotte Harrison, whereas Avondale have been found to push forward a lot more and keep a lot more possession in that front third, having a lot more front third entries, but certainly Preston Lions will feel that they're hard done by, that they're not a goal on the board just yet in this first half. They've had a couple of chances where they've had the empty net to score home, but just nobody there to slot it in when it mattered. So although Avondale having the lion's share of possession, it's been certainly an evenly contested match so far. It's a bit hard to come into a fortress like Jenna Steele Stadium, especially when you've just advanced into the Senol NPLW. Avondale will be looking to get another win on the board, but it's very difficult. This ground is probably the largest in the Senol NPLW here in Victoria. Just takes a little bit of getting used to. As players just make their way back onto the field, and Trubiano has exited the field, but she seems to be all right. She just needed a moment to collect herself. Another one of those starters that was changed from last week, so she'll be looking to get back onto the field as quickly as possible so she can cement that starting 11 spot for her side. Harrison goes long. Massey trying to control with Sloane Young tight in on her. Percy cut out by Mayada. Wilkinson gets it out to Lazarevska. Lazarevska into Mayada. The 1-2 cleared by Yamada for Preston Lions. Lazarevski doing some important work on that left wing. Hasn't been on the score sheet as much as Wilkinson or Sloane Young, but she's still delivering and providing opportunities to her teammates as well as the tracking back. Massey looks to flick it out wide. Trubiano's back onto the field now. She's inside onto the left foot. Cleared by Young. Talk about defensive duties. Sloane Young doing the hard yards, getting all the way back for Avondale as well. To Teller. Adam Khaled urging his team to play as much as possible. Those long balls just aren't quite it at the moment for Preston. Allen Wilkinson is in an offside position. Just didn't recognise when the line had stepped up, creating that offside trap. It's another one. Another way that Preston Lions use this home ground advantage. Try and stick to that high line, try and create that offside trap as much as possible. Miata to clear. Allen trying to pick it up for Avondale, but the pressure from Claich enough to get it over the sideline for a Preston throw-in. Still 0-0 here at Jenna Steele Stadium between Preston Lions and Avondale. Number of chances for both teams going begging this evening. Percy Turns out. Percy gets it back. Ball into the box. Not quite into the box, more like over the bar. Percy, probably the fittest I've seen her in the 2 seasons. She's doing a lot of hard yards into that midfield, trying to create those opportunities, working well with Holly Massey and Clayich through that midfield. Playing a diamond in the midfield, Preston Lions. Edwards clears the danger. Forward. Callan Knight to clip. Ball kept in by Clayich. Clayich into Percy. Massey with the strike. Easy for Bennett to collect. Bennett. Long. Wilkinson giving chase. She's got Edwards. Picks pocket by Wilkinson. Comes inside. Hard work from both defender and attacker. Percy. Forward. Ball. Cut out by Claridge. Ditella. Trying to push it forward. Filipovic. Out to Yamada. Good switch of play here by Preston. Harrington into Massey. Massey back to Yamada. Filipovic just drags away Allen from the centre of the park. Great run by the young midfielder. She opened up the right-hand side for Preston, but the ball was cut out. Waved away by referee for that interchange. Mayada. Sloan Young. Young now outside of the foot. Wilkinson just goading Yamada. Preston playing composed football this evening as much as possible, trying to get it long in those transmission moments, but they're being urged to play. Trying to get their players to find feet as much as possible. Ricardo. O'Looney cuts it out for Preston. Trainer. Inside O'Looney. Back post well covered by Bennett. Callan Knight now for Avondale. Avondale have the numbers. Preston trying to use that high line to keep them from going forward, and it does work. They have to halt their attack. Turn out, start again, Avondale. Trainer. Trainer again into Wilkinson, just too much on it this time for the striker. Harrison just milking some time for the home side. Giving her team a breather. Harrison long. Claridge to Young for Avondale. Young unable to keep her feet in that contest. Harrington. O'Looney. Trainer trying her best. Lovely work by Percy to turn out of danger. She draws the attention of Mayada. She's got a lovely pass out to Ditella. Ditella into Clayich. Ditella does the overlapping run, but Clayich has to turn back. Start again through Massey. Massey into Clayich. Ditella this time getting forward. Well marked by Lazarevsky. The red shirts just trying to pile on the pressure there, but Avondale are able to clear. Edwards. No offside call on that one as Avondale have possession. Cardo. Avondale trying to find the pass. Miata into Allen. Cut out by Massey. Massey back to Yamada. Harrington. Forward to O'Looney. Tightly marked by Trainer. Surely that'll be come back for a foul. His hands all over the back of O'Looney there. And it will be a talking to for O'Looney for the remonstration. It'll be a Preston Lions free kick here. The final foray forward for the Preston Lions. Massey to take, in swinger. She'll try and find that central area there, but his teammates too far away to make the run with any danger. Miata for Avondale. Drives forward, cleared by Edwards. Allen just holding up play, trying to gather her teammates in. Miata forward to Lazarevsky. Lazarevsky into Miata. Miata finds the feet of Keller Knight, but it's cut out by Filipovic. Avondale will have to start again. Cardo. Keller Knight gets the flick on. Keller Knight into Miata. Avondale. Keeping possession, Avondale. Claridge to Keller Knight, cut out by Klajich. Percy through the centre, finds Massey. Massey caught by Annalyn, but the ball falls back to her. Late challenge by Allen will be called back. Be a free kick for Preston Lions. Preston Lions will be looking to put this away, try and go into the sheds, but 1-0 up. It will boost their morale going into the second half. Certainly haven't been out of this match. Both teams probably thinking how unlucky they've been in front of goal. Massey clips it in. Percy with the flick on. Doesn't fall to a teammate though, falls to a white shirt. Filipovic getting it for Preston. Just a bit of miscommunication between teammates. Massey drives forward, plays a forward pass to Yamada. If Yamada can keep it in there, she does, but it's cleared by the retreating Claridge. And that'll be the halftime whistle here at Jenna Steele Stadium. It is a stalemate at 0-0. But it's been a fantastic battle, both in transition and composure from both teams. It's been an excellent first half here at Jenna Steele Stadium. We'll be back shortly after this break. It's 0-0 here between Preston Lions and Avondale. Welcome back to the second half of this Friday night clash between Preston Lions FC and Avondale FC. Match battling it out in that first half where both sides had their fair chances, with Avondale peppering on goal, getting things on target. Charlotte Harrison had to make a few saves, both at a near and far post, and taking it off the footsteps of Wilkinson. Sloan Young has been up and down the right wing, trying to get in and amongst the 18-yard box, but nothing quite troubling that Preston defence too much. But on the other hand, Preston Lions have had their fair chances where there was an open net, just nobody there to slot it home. Ball bouncing and ricocheting to the advantage of the Avondale defenders. So it's all to play for here in this second half, in this round 8 Senol Victoria NPLW clash between Preston Lions and Avondale FC. Avondale with the kickoff. Carter out, working the ball forward. Both teams trying their hand at a quick transition and also some composed play in the first half. Best players for both teams, of course, Miata in the heart of midfield for Avondale, and then Sloan Young out on the right-hand side with Wilkinson making some great runs in behind, and Ocado in the back line doing the hard yards to stop any Preston Lions attack. And then for Preston Lions, it's been the Holly Massey and Valentine Percy show in the middle of the midfield. They look to be trying to do everything themselves. But of course, Yamada also doing a brilliant job in the back line. So we see the throw for Preston Lions cleared by Avondale. Trying to gain some meaningful possession is Percy to Massey. Massey through to O'Looney, but Ocado just gets in there before it drifts towards O'Looney in that 18-yard box. Edwards with the clearance. O'Looney drops it into Percy. Forward run. Benetton clear for Avondale. Young to Callan Knight. Callan Knight, early ball. Yamada cuts it out once again for Preston Lions. Callan Knight will have another bite at it. She gets it to Young. Front post. Her Horrison just underscores her arm. Was going out for a goal kick, but number of words said to the bench. Ellen. Callan Knight. She also has Barriero at the top of the box. She goes to Barriero. Barriero tries to clip it in, just probably in two minds whether to shoot or to cross. Yamada using Edwards now. Edwards back to her Harrison. She's making Wilkinson do the hard yards, but now Yamada has time and space. Out to Detella. Tackled. Percy stays to the ground. Young. Driving forward, Sloan Young. She's got Wilkinson. Wilkinson stays on side. Unfortunately not. Thought she'd done enough to just stay on side and pause the run and surf the line, but just drifted offside. Harrington staying on the same side as Young. So now she's at right back again as she started the match. O'Looney, Barriero, deflection. Young using the attention of O'Looney to go back to Ocado. Ocado to switch. Trainer. Can see Wilkinson cleared by Edwards though for Preston. Mayada. Tatella. Can't quite keep it though for Preston. Avondale to start again. Bennett. Ricardo. Keller Knight drifts it out wide just to get herself some space. Keller Knight finds the forward run of Allen. It'll just make its way to her horizon ahead of Allen. Its intended target. Yamada. Out to Tatella. Massey getting wide. It's the toughest part about playing that diamond in midfield. It's a lot of work for the midfielders, although there's 4 of them, to be able to tuck in, do the hard yards in defence and then get wide, use those areas. It's a very narrow formation. You really have to ask your fullbacks to get forward a lot earlier to create that width. Massey picking it up for Preston. Back heel to Filipovic. Filipovic just using the glance of the head to get rid of the Avondale defenders, but she can't quite get it to Massey on the overlap. Avondale throw. Percy to clear. Trainer to throw forward to Lazarevsky. Preston. Just some combination play. Ricardo turns out. Barriero. Cameron Barriero for Avondale. Into Wilkinson. Wilkinson has time to turn. She's looking for the switch, but no overlapping runs. She has to go all the way back to Ocado. Ocado just trying to draw out that Preston defence. Young. Harrington giving chase for Preston. Young. Battle will be won by Young. It'll be an Avondale throw. Allen back to Barriero. Onto the right. Wilkinson drops it back to Keller Knight. Oh, lovely work by Wilkinson and Keller Knight. Just the 1-2 and the flick around the corner. Can't quite get enough to keep it down though. Edwards. Forced to play long. Can't quite keep it in though.
Shape back now. Bella. Yeah, and support.
Long throw. Cullen Knight. Barriero.
Eva delay.
The flick on to Young. Young with the cross. Lazarevsky just gliding through that centre of the park, just taking up the same space as Wilkinson. If she had just held her run at the back post, she would have met it. Massey holding up play for Preston Lions, trying to get her teammates involved. Pressure from Avondale, lovely by Preston to play out of that pressure. Driving forward now is Harrington. Harrington cuts inside, lovely work by Harrington. O'Looney. She's got Klejc on the inside, just losing that momentum. Preston Lions just has the advantage and just seems to be able to lose that momentum and then give up possession. They're able to retrieve it though this time. Harrington with the overlap. Percy driving. She's got numbers in the box. Tries to thread the pass. It'll go to her advantage though. She's got another shot at it. Turns. Just shanks it over the bar. It's really tiresome work there from Percy. Doing her best to win possession and try and maintain high up the park. Klejc can read. Oh, doesn't quite get there though. It's got Barreiro with time and space now. She finds a forward run of Young. Just held that little bit by Harrington. Massey driving forward. She gets it out to O'Looney. O'Looney can't quite get the measure of that pass either. Seems to be a good bout of possession for Preston Lions moving forward, but just can't quite get that final pass or that final cross. Bennett goading the Preston Lions players in the 6-yard box. Does well to get the ball to Ocado. Now with Cullen Knight, lung bursting run forward. Plays it into the space. Yamada cuts it out again for Preston Lions. Harrington. Klejc, if they can get the switch out to Massey, she's free and available on that left-hand side. O'Looney, tough work there. She's still got Massey on that left-hand side if she can get her the ball. She's got only white shirts around her. She's doing her best to pick it up again. She does. O'Looney. Percy trying to get some meaningful possession. This time Percy drifts offside though. She did have the layoff to Massey in the end, but Avondale smart to step that line up right when it mattered. Preston Lions really come out of the sheds this second half with a point to prove. The level of an intensity that's stepped up.
Easy, B, easy, there you go. This side, D, drop off, see the ball. Drop off. Eva, drop.
Cardo fouled in the process by O'Looney.
Hey, B, get it. Play come.
Bennett out to Barriero. To Young. Young asking for the foul. Just lost the boot there in that challenge. Play will restart here with Barriero switching it out through Ocado. Izzy Ocado. Barriero. Time and space now, Barriero. It's a pocket of space that she can find, but she goes to Callan Knight wide. Callan Knight again, 1-2 inside with Lawton Young. Callan Knight battling it out with Claych and Preston. Now coming to grips into the middle of the field there, and it would be a Preston Lions free kick. Late challenge. Nil all here at Geneseo Stadium, home of the Preston Lions. Edwards with the clearance. Cardo just clipped by Triviano. Claridge. Barriero. Young's gone into the middle of midfield. Claridge again with the clearance. Massey. Forward run by Percy. Percy with Massey. Massey can shoot on the turn here, and she slots it home. Preston Lions 1-0 advantage at home against Avondale FC. It's been coming all this second half. It's been absolutely brilliant to see them come out of the sheds with such tenacity. And they could see themselves scoring, and the forward pass, that combination play once again by Valentine, Percy and Massey. This time the offside trap wasn't available, and Massey on the turn slots it home past the advancing Bennett. But can they finish it? Preston Lions, can they finish it? They've not been in this position for a long time. Avondale would like to think that they had the better of the opportunities in the first half, but it's Preston Lions that have come out fighting in this second half. Claych forward to O'Looney. Ricardo to pick it up for Avondale. She goes back to Bennett. Bennett clears. Filipovic gets a touch to it. Wilkinson gives chase. Harrington helps out the situation, gets it back to Harrison. Harrington, she's got line. She plays it. Cut out by Sloane Young. Callan Knight with the flick, but just missed communication there between Callan Knight and Young. Just Young and Callan Knight. Callan Knight's gone from a midfield position out onto the wing, left wing. Young is dropping into the midfield that little bit more. Preston Lions making the most of this dishevelled defence in Avondale. O'Looney gets it out to Massey again. The return pass to Percy's cut out. O'Looney, she's got Filipovic. Toe poke to Claych. Forward run. Cleared by Barriero. It'll trickle over the line for a corner. Preston Lions dominating in this second half. They're able to put one into the back of the net through Holly Massey. If they can get a second goal advantage here, Avondale just coming out of the sheds a little bit different in their formation. probably not gone their way since pulling Young out of the front line. On the volley. Beautiful touch there. Unsure who that's come off, but certainly wasn't an Avondale defender, but Preston will take a second shot at this corner.
Erica, Alana, organize on transition. Get him disciplined, demand it.
Front post. You can really see the front run of O'Looney trying to be that target player, possibly just to flick it on. Avondale calling for the long pass now.
Probably drop one more. And now Bella, There you go, Bella. There you go.
Bennett clips it. Massey cuts it out. Tribbiano has time. Just calmly takes a step back to Massey. Ricardo to the header. Clears to Wilkinson. Wilkinson out to Miata. Lazarevsky. She doesn't have many white shirts ahead of her. She's only got red shirts where she looks up. She'll go back to Miata. Carriero. Miata. Ball in behind to Callan Knight. Callan Knight cut out by Yamada. Short corner. Callan Knight whips it into the box. Cleared by Edwards. Avondale have the numbers. Allen into the box. Wilkinson with the clip. Back post. Finish! Sloan Young. Who else but Young at the back post to slot it home to make it equal once again. 1-1 here at Geneseo Stadium. Just too much time for Avondale on that corner. Just went short, and then just too many times where they could deliver into the box. Sloan Young there with the 9th of the season. She's back on that wing now for Avondale. O'Looney driving into the box. Lovely step over. Just trying to keep possession there, Preston, but O'Looney just misjudging the run of Massey. Barriero. Lazarevsky. Forward pass. Yamada. Back to her Harrison. Harrison goes short to Edwards. To Teller. To Percy. Sydney Allen. Beaten by Percy. Tribbiano. Turns out. But Ricardo does well to pick it up for Avondale. They drive forward, but she's clipped from behind. Late call, but given in the end. Callan Knight looks to switch. Young will keep it in for Avondale. Avondale with Harrington. Harrington finds the feet of Wilkinson, but the touch just eludes Hannah Wilkinson on the turn in. Lovely ball from Elise Callan Knight to find Young in the first place. Edwards forward to Percy. Percy in attempting to get the touch forward. She has taken out Miata. Unsure it's worthy of a yellow card because it was unfortunate. She slipped over, but deemed a yellow. At least Callan Knight will set up. Referee just going to call back here, just asking for the whistle. You have to wait for the whistle before playing. Avondale will have a second bite at the cherry here. She could just do a carbon copy pass to Sloane Young. She does. Young stays onside. Picks it up. Drives inside. She's got Callan Knight at the top of the box. Allen inside, front post to Horrison. Easy one to collect for the Preston custodian. Yamada. Out to Edwards. Preston, just some complacency creeping in. Just some wayward passes, bit of frustration. Percy going forward. She's got a Looney. A Looney can get it into the box. Ocato's got time and space to collect. She finds the feet of Young. Young into Allen. Claich. Percy. She sees Bennett off at line and just has a go. But unable to put any real danger towards Bennett's goal. One all here at Jenna Steele Stadium with this round 8 Senol NPLW Victoria matchup between Preston Lions and Avondale FC. Just Holly Massey goal was cancelled out by a Sloane Young goal. Unfortunate for the home side, they couldn't quite keep the lead as Percy goes inside. Cleared only as far as Filipovic. Both sides haven't gone to their bench this evening just yet. Bennett clips it. Claich goes back to Titella. Tribiano just knocked off the ball there by Ocato. All above board, says the referee. Ocato out to trainer. Callan Knight. Inside to Miata, but it's cut out by Claich. Claich to Percy. Percy, she's got Tribiano out wide now. She's back to her feet, Tribiano. Percy. Can't bypass Barriero though in the Avondale defence. Filipovic for Preston. Patella out to Clage. Patella into O'Looney. O'Looney out to Tribbiano. But offside. Substitution here for Avondale. Daniela Galuccio on for Sydney Allen. Galuccio going into the heart of midfield. Usually a central defender. Going in and playing as a 6 for Avondale. Callan Knight. Miata makes a run forward. Callan Knight, Galuccio combining in the midfield. The late challenge from Percy. Asking for a second yellow here, but nothing is coming of it. Percy with the pickle juice, asking the referee to take her rubbish. Probably not her job. Callan Knight to deliver. Callan Knight. Harrison takes it on the chest. Just gave it enough of a sniff for Galuccio. Teller forward. Tribbiano holding it up. Into Filipovic. Out to Massey. Massey forward to O'Looney. O'Looney has the legs to keep going here, but she's got no one pressing with her. Harrington drifts out. This means Sloane Young is able to get round Massey. Finds the feet of Wilkinson. Wilkinson stays on side this time, but glances past the near post. Tell it just going to ground here.
Well done, Sloan.
Called for a trainer for Detella. Probably need a substitute here for the right back. No subs warming up for Preston Lions though. Both teams will come to the bench to try and get some fluids in. Referee has called for players to re-enter the park. It's 1-1. Holly Massey getting the home side ahead, 1-0 in the 61st minute, but Sloane Young slotting home a back post ball in from Sydney Allen in the 67th minute. So it's a stalemate here at Jenna Steele Stadium. But Avondale coming forward. The strike on goal just eluded her Harrison for a moment. Filipovic out to Tatella. She's back onto her feet. Edwards. She's looking for the run of O'Looney. Accardo clears for Avondale. Clach. Sky high. Percy gets the flick on. Accardo gets a piece of it. It'll fall to Barriero. She'll try and clear the danger by putting it over the sideline. Tatella forward. Lazarevsky in to Miata. Galuccio tries to find the feet of Wilkinson, but cuts out by Percy. Massey and Percy once again working together, trying to get the ball forward. Massey on strike. Too high over the bar. Bennett. Barriero gets there first. Out into Mayada. Out to Kellen Knight. Kellen Knight can see the run to Lazarevsky. Edwards to cover for Preston Lions. Kellen Knight forward. Throw to Barriero. Into the box. Wilkinson trying to get the glancing header. Yamada clears. Tries to keep it from going over for a corner, but it eludes her. And it will be a Avondale corner. Preston Lions will need to switch on here. They've already conceded from an Avondale set piece where the short corner rebounded back. Just the number of Avondale players that they had able to swing the ball in meant that Sydney Helen had the pick of the lot and forced that goal back to parity for the away team. Once again, this short corner routine set up. This time Sydney Allen off the park. Miata. That's the distance of the corner. Just troubling Avondale once again. It's very big, this pitch. Very hard to judge how hard you need to deal the corner in. That's why the short corner routine is very popular with away teams. Tatella skips past Lazarevsky. Miata doing the hard yards though, trying to keep it in, and she can't quite. Head clash here between two players, Percy and Galuccio. Take a moment for these players just to get some treatment. Tatella to take the throw. O'Looney holding up play. Keeps it. Miata picks it up for Avondale. Avondale forward. Wilkinson to give chase. Forces all the way back to her Harrison. The lone striker finding it difficult to try and pinch the ball. Needs more support there from her midfield. Wilkinson putting the pressure on, forcing the pass by Edwards. This will mean that it'll be an Avondale FC throw. Lazarevsky. Unsure how that came off. It'll be an Avondale throw. Galuccio into Miata. Galuccio. Filipovic for Preston. It's gone over the line though. Assistant referee's flag goes up. Miata. Ball bounces. It's a spinner. Harrison's able to catch it on the second bite. Yamada driving forward. Out to Harrington. Harrington's been able to keep Sloane Young quiet for a majority of the evening, but just on that set piece. She's followed her everywhere, all over the park, Harrington. Both left and right side. Wherever she goes, Harrington is following. Goal kick for Avondale. Accardo. Back to Bennett, who clears. Filipovic for Preston. Lovely touch by Clage. She's got players wide, but delivery from Tribiano. That delivers a corner for Preston. They'll suck this one up. Preston, they'll try and make the most of this set piece before going to the bench for their first substitution of the night. Holly Massey to take. Left-footed in swinging corner here. Low. Top of the box, cleared by Kellen Knight. Harrison trying to pick it up for Preston. They're wide open in the back line if they pick it up. Mayada looks out left. She's got Kellen Knight giving chase. Detella also chasing. Kellen Knight can't quite get past the defender. Substitution here for Preston Lions. Coming off is number 29. Isabella Tribiano, and entering the field is Victoria Momirovsky. It'll be a straight swap. Momirovsky coming in up top. That 4 diamond 2 shape for Preston Lions. Avondale with the throw now. Barriero into Miata. Miata back to Barriero. She'll deliver. Wilkinson, flick on. Back post by Young once again. Couldn't quite get a hold of it. Massey clearing. O'Looney with the control on the run. Great touch by the striker. But she just shows too much of it to Accardo. And the experienced defender, although young, Isabella Accardo, clearing the danger for Avondale. Ball in to Teller. Klajic back to Massey. Out to Detella again. Closed down by Lazarevsky. Lazarevsky and Kellen Knight trying to play that miniature game in the corner. Galuccio will clear the danger and they'll be able to make another substitution for Avondale. Coming off is Olivia Lazarevsky. And coming on is someone not on the team sheet. That's great. I'll get that substitution name for you in a moment. Percy trying to thread the ball through to newly substituted Momirovsky. Switches out to Kellen Knight. Cut out by Edwards. Ball into the box. Harrison with the long goal kick. Flicked on by Young. Massey driving forward. She's got two defenders. She gets it out to O'Looney. O'Looney can see the goal, but just rushes the shot. She probably had time and space to continue on. Even just to thread Massey back through that centre of the park. Much like a carbon copy of the first goal for the English woman. Claich, O'Looney, Miata to tackle Percy. It falls Preston's way. Barriero, Wilkinson with the flick. Filipovic gets there first for Preston. Momirovsky giving chase. Goes back to Trainer. Trainer into Ocado. Percy, can she get there? She does. The battle ensues and Ocado wins it. Ocado gets it out. Kellen Knight, she's onside. If Wilkinson gets there, she's offside. But they're both thinking that each other are the ones that can take it, and both refrain from going to the ball. Preston with that high line, the disciplined line, keeping the Avondale strikers from going in behind early. Tackle by Massey in the corner. Just leaves Trainer on the ground. Be an Avondale throw. Momirovsky lays it off to Percy. Percy tackled by Ocado. Kellen Knight. It's got to go for Wilkinson. Wilkinson will try and get there ahead of Harrison. The clearance from the goalkeeper. O'Leary to clear for Preston. Kellen Knight. Miata. Forward run. Cleared by Olivia Edwards. Alana Bogas with the forward run there. Olivia Edwards with the clearance. Barriero delivers. All red shirts in the box for Preston, doing the hard yards in defence, being disciplined, trying to keep this game at parity. Game is getting stretched and stretched and stretched by the minute. It's finding it tough to string more than 2 passes together as Avondale strive to get back in the lead. O'Looney with the clearance. She may have cramped in that attempt, and then that's the 90 minutes up. It's a stalemate here at Geneseo Stadium. It's been an absolute of a blinder by both teams. They put their best foot forward tonight, the home side, in going ahead in the 61st minute through Holly Massey. A well-finished combination play with Valentine Percy. But then in the 67th minute, it was all evened out again through Sloane Young. And that means that we're all equal here at the end of this 90 minutes at Geneseo Stadium in the Senol NPLW Victoria game, Avondale versus Preston Lions. My name's Melissa Barbieri. Thank you for joining me. Look forward to bringing you the next match.